My name is Eva and welcome to my first ever crochet video. I started crocheting about a year ago. I did a few things in December 2024, but 2025 January was when I started properly with my crochet obsession. So I want to show you everything I crocheted this year. Some things I've already given away and I only have pictures, but I'll try to do my best. My first thing I crocheted is this little guy. I actually did crochet a bigger one too, but I can't find that anywhere. Maybe I was too embarrassed to throw it out. But I crocheted this little cat. Like, I'm definitely a dog person, but so I don't know why my first one was a cat, but it was. And I used this velvet yarn. Can you imagine a beginner using this velvet yarn? I kind of want to remake it because look at this. The leg is hanging on for dear life. I remember the legs were so confusing to me, especially with the yarn. This piece has like sewing, like I had to sew in the ears, everything. This ear's also a little bit. I kind of want to remake him and see how far I've grown, but I also just love him. He sits on my desk as a reminder, like I started this one and like I feel like my skills have gotten so much better. Even just my knowledge has gotten so much better. Okay, number 2 is something I gave away. Yeah, I was very confident and gave like my second thing away. I gave it to my friend who introduced me to crochet. It's another cat like this, and it's just in gray and it's a lot better. From like this one to the next one, I stepped up my game so much. I also gave away the next thing because me and my family were staying in an Airbnb and there's these cute little crochet bear coasters. And my mom was like, I love them, they're so cute. So then I made her some and I sent them to her. So I don't have them now. And of course my phone broke and I don't have any pictures of them. I remember being so proud, like I have these 6 coasters and they all look pretty good. I feel like with crochet, when you're learning it, the first few things you're like, what is happening? And then when it clicks, it's like, oh my god, I can do everything. Then I wanted to try some granny squares. I did make some just regular granny squares, but I'm talking about actual projects. So I made this neck warmer, which actually I wear every day. But I do want to remake it because it's a little scratchy. This one has glitter. You can see it's 3 granny squares with a heart. I also sewed them like wrong ways. Like this one is facing the opposite way to the other 2. So yeah, all of the threads are coming out. There's no way to tell which is the inside, which is the outside because there's threads everywhere. There's like loose stitches. Tension was not my friend on this one. Obviously I didn't block it because it was like a month into crocheting. I think I must have made this in January or February. But it serves its purpose. So I'm like, I want to remake it so that it's prettier, but this works. So like, should I? The next thing I made was this bralette. Okay, I think it looks pretty good, right? I think it's not bad. It still has a stitch marker in it because I've never worn it. Pretty good. Like I did the cups and I had to kind of figure them out from a few different patterns. I did all the granny squares. I think they look pretty good. Tension. I love the colors purple and yellow together. Pink is my favorite color, but for crochet, I tend to use a lot of purple and yellow. But I made 2 big mistakes. First mistake you've probably already seen. I didn't sew the cups right next to each other. I left this stupid gap. So then when I wear it, it's very like open in the middle. I was thinking maybe I could like make another chain and like tie a little bow here to kind of cinch it in. Haven't decided on that because I don't even know if I can wear it because it's made from like really cheap, kind of scratchy acrylic yarn because that's all I had. I didn't want to invest. I was still a baby crocheter and I didn't want to invest in good yarn. The yarn is acrylic and it's kind of itchy, and you shouldn't make summer tops out of acrylic yarn because it doesn't breathe. So I was thinking I could wear it in winter, like over my tops, like kind of like a 2000s 90s layering moment or something. I haven't figured it out yet, but it is really good and I am very proud of it. My next thing was another present. I made a little frog for my friend for her birthday. I don't have a picture of this, I don't think at all. The next one I'm really excited about. I was so proud of this. So I made this. It's a little piece of bread. It's so cute. I made it so that I could carry my phone easily when I'm wearing dresses, like at work. So I don't have to have like a handbag or carry it in my hand. I can just have this small little bag. But it's so cute, and I made it because there's this cute little character called Bosong, and it's a little fox, and Bosong has a bag, and the bag is in the shape of a bread loaf. And in Korean, bread is bang, and in Korean, bag is kabang. And so I think it's a pun, like the bread, like it's like a bread bag. Pun is what I think. My boyfriend disagrees. But I also wanted a kabang, so I had to make mine. Mine's a little different. Mine's a slice of bread, and Bosong's is like a whole loaf. But I couldn't find like a loaf or baguette. I think hers is a baguette actually, and I couldn't find a baguette pattern. And again, too much of a baby crocheter to figure it out, but I think it looks really good. I made more keychains. I made one for my pole dance teacher because she was closing her studio. So like a little farewell gift, I crocheted her a puppy keychain, and I do have a picture of this one. Look, isn't it cute? I think it's really cute. Then I made this blanket. So it's actually hand knit. It's not crochet. It's a little bit cheating. But it was so much fun to make. And then I still haven't even snipped off the ends because I thought I didn't like the holiness of it and I wanted to do it tighter. But now I've used it so much like this, I don't care. But I still haven't snipped off the ends, so I guess that's a job for later today. I made these coasters. Don't know how, but I messed up. Like, some of them are really small and some of them are really big. I don't know. Well, I do know. I put less double crochets like in my first row, and it just worked out like this from there. But yeah, this was meant to be a crochet coaster set for my gran for Christmas. I had the idea, oh, maybe I should make something for my gran for Christmas. But I didn't really like them. Like, I like them, but I don't think I liked them enough to give them as a gift. So I didn't give them to her. I just kept them for myself, and I made her other coasters, which you will see later on in the video. I also made a flower pot for these. They're supposed to be like an illusion bouquet. But the flower pot, it wasn't my vibe. But yeah, they're supposed to like look like a bouquet all folded up together in the pot. But I just have them like scattered around the house. Well, speaking of my gran's presents, we're entering the section for the Christmas presents I made, which past Eva will tell you about now. Hello, Eva from the past, and I have my box of tricks. The first thing I made for my family was this Snorlax Dice Bag. It's so cute. The face took me forever, and it's still not perfect, but for the skills I had at the time, I'm very happy with it. These little toe beans are my favorite part. Like, I don't know if you can see, but they are so cute and just so adorable. I can't remember the pattern off the top of my head, but I will include a link to it. I got it on Etsy. The pattern wasn't expensive at all, and it was definitely worth it. I made this Bulbasaur, and he's so cute. These are by the same creator, and I can't remember his name. He's so kind. Like, I had questions about the Snorlax one. Like, I was just so confused. So, like, he responded so kindly and so quickly. So I highly recommend these patterns. But yeah, it's the same thing. This thing with the little pouch and the legs, the eyes. I didn't have any red eyes, and the pink ones just didn't do what I wanted them to do, so I went with orange instead, which I think was the better choice. I did this hat for my stepdad, and the end is a little bumpy. I've blocked it, it just won't go straight and I don't want to block it again. I think it's quite nice. I have hair clips in, so it's not gonna go on properly. Yeah, I think it's quite nice. The thing about this hat is that it almost killed me. I used the wrong sized hook and it took so long to do, but it's so gorgeous. I love the colors. But I do love it. I love this colorway. I will never use this yarn again. Then I made this hat out of like fleece yarn for my uncle. And it's the same technique. It's just, it's got less rows because the yarn is chunkier. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. I think it definitely, my like tension and stuff definitely improved. The, my edges are mostly the same height. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Then I made bouquet coasters. So as you saw, I made these coasters first. They weren't exactly, I'm sure I've already talked about it, so I'm not going to get into it. But I decided, okay, just do the thing you want to do and do it well. So that's what I did. So yeah, we've got the 3 coasters that make the little bouquet, and then we've got this little pot, which also I wish I did more like, yeah, I wish I picked a more like structural yarn like this. It's more like cord-like. I'm very happy with these. I think they turn out so good and they look so cute. And it's like, it's exactly what I envisioned. I wanted a little like bouquet piece that she could set on her table, and they're so extra too. Like, I can't believe I made these. Wait, that's kind of crazy. These are so cute. What the hell? Good job. Good job, Eva. And then the last one took me so long. It took me so long. But it's this bag. Okay, this bag took me forever. Okay, so let me show you the bag. So it looks like this. And even on the bottom, I have a little sun. So the granny square works up where the sun is kind of in a circle. My genius, I was like, okay, well, that's perfect. I can just like make it out into a bigger circle and then attach the granny squares to it. I did that. And then I took the same kind of idea from this drawstring and I just did a few, like, I don't know, 10, 12 single crochet rounds up and put in the little loops for the thing. Did kind of like a shell type bumpy stitch. I think it's shell stitch. I can't remember. I did it once and then they weren't tall enough, so I went around again. So now they kind of curl out, but I think it's cute. I added the little star details. I really like it. I do have to give credit to the granny square creator, because that was not, I could not do that. But I will link the granny square that I used below. I did a lining, like my first ever lining, my first time using a sewing machine since I was in school, and I think this turned out pretty well. That is the end of this section. I'm gonna wrap these up and send them to Ireland. And now back to Eva from the future. Finally, I made these Christmas stockings. They are so cute. They turn out so well. I also made my friend one, and she bought me the crochet granny square like cards. So I used those, but those squares are so much bigger than these squares. So the stocking kind of turned out a bit wonky shape. So next year I will do better by my friend. But I just had so much fun. Like, these ones are so cute, and then I wanted to try something new for her one. This one is mine, I think. And then this one is my boyfriend's, I think. And then I only have one picture of hers, so here it is. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than these ones. So yeah, that was everything I crocheted in 2025. I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I don't want to get faster at crochet. I just want to get less pain from crochet. So I don't mind slowing down a little bit, taking my time with my granny squares. Maybe I'll even try a granny hexagon cardigan. Who knows? But something nice, easy this year. I definitely got the like crochet bug, and I had to crochet everything within reach. So I'm hoping this year it'll be a little more calm. You know, everything you crocheted this year. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.